I'm going to head over to our mall, which is pretty much defunct in my opinion. We have new owners. Supposedly they're going to renovate, create a whole new atmosphere to the mall, new exterior, gardens, whatever. But most of that is not going to be happening until 2027. In the meantime, we only have 2 department stores, Dillards and JC Penney there. And JC Penney now has said it is moving out. So that is going to leave a big gap in the mall. So I want to see, because JC Penney is not going out of business, I just kind of want to see what's going on with the JC Penney over here. We don't have a lot of shopping. There's not a lot of options. So I don't know how well the store is faring interior wise, or how many people are actually in the store, or if there's any reason that it's making the wrong move by moving out when they're going to renovate. But again, it's going to be a couple of years, so that's a long time to have to try to build up new clientele when JCPenney is not as popular as it used to be. I'm going to head into the Westridge Mall. This is where the JCPenney is located with the Dillards, and see how the JCPenney is faring. So I'm heading in to the mall, and I can see straight ahead the big JCPenney closing sign on the door, on the outside of the building. So I was right, they are closing, and I'm just not sure when their last day is, but I'm going to go in and see what's going on inside. If they're doing any kind of sales, or what the last day is going to be. So here you go. JCPenney, Westridge Mall is going to close down. All that's going to be left is a Dillards. And again, they're not going to be doing any renovations, and it's going to be a couple of years before anything really starts to take shape. So let's go in and see what their closing sale looks like. So of course the sign on the outside says JCPenney closing this location only. So they just want you to know they're not going out of business entirely. Even though it's closing, I don't see anybody in the store. I don't know if a lot of people realize they are closing, to be honest. There's nobody here, at least not in the men's department. You can see areas where things are winding down. There's no stock. Of course, they have the Chiefs stuff here, and plenty of Kansas Jayhawk stuff, because that's what they look for here. So the first bracelet here is $3,300, and the other one is $2,500, and that's on sale. So when Sephora moved out, they now have this thing called JCPenney Beauty. So with Sephora moving out to Kohl's, that probably was a big hit for them also. So this is the sale rack of all the Liz Claiborne clothes, and you'll see a ton of Liz Claiborne at the thrift store. Now you know why you can't sell this on eBay, because they're selling it for like $11 to $12 here on sale. You know, I don't even mind that their bags are cheap and they're vegan. They're mostly pleather. They're ugly. They're just ugly. I don't understand why anybody would want to buy some of these styles. They're ugly. And even their vegan leather just looks so not nice. They always do these fake looking suede things like this, which makes it look really, really cheap. I'd rather have a microfiber bag than have a fake vegan bag. If I go along here to the racks in the back, there's only like 1 or 2 bras on each of these racks. They're just separating them out so that they're filling the space now. You can see there's a lot of space in between the racks, and that's probably because they're going to start to wind down. Here's where they had some Levi's stuff, some dresses. So you can see all these fancy dresses. That's all they have is back there. And they have some, I don't know what's over here, Arizona. This is like the junior section is pretty much kind of winding down in the store. I don't think they were a big hit with people who were in high school or middle school anyway. Here's another mall entrance over here. But, you know, I don't think they worry about too much stealing. Nobody's really interested in stealing from Penny's, but I guess people, if they want to steal, they'll steal from anywhere. Still have a bra section over there. That's looking a little meager. And here's their fashion jewelry section, and they actually still have a fine jewelry section as well. And they're still trying to unload Christmas stuff. Here we go. Here's some Christmas stuff. It says 75% off. And then they have some Clarks, Cloud Steppers. And I'm going to go upstairs and see what's going on the housewares level. So I'm going up the elevator. I'm going to see what's going on. There is nobody in this store except a few older people, older than me. And I'm 66. They've got to be in their late 70s, walking around with shopping carts. And here's Elevate Portraits. I don't think they have the portrait studio going on anymore. Here's their cookware section. It's pretty much Defunct. I mean, they do have like 1 or 2 of everything left, but you can tell they're not going to restock anything here. It's just going to be completely gone. So I'm going back here around where it says the elevator and portrait studio. I don't think they do portraits anymore. But when my kids were little, I used to take them to JC Penney to get portraits all the time. Oh my God, it's totally deserted up here. It's super creepy. Look at this. I'd be afraid. I'm afraid to be up here by myself, to be honest. It's totally desolate. This is where they have luggage. I think they have kids' clothes up here, baby clothes up here. Why would anybody with this young kid want to come up here? It's like literally creepy. They have it partitioned off too. This wall was a man-made wall. So this is their baby department. But like I said, who with a baby wants to come up here? I'd be afraid. It's desolate. There isn't a person up here. I think I've seen one salesperson. I'm not even sure if she was a salesperson or not. Kids' footwear is over here. They have these random checkout sections, which is really creepy. I'm telling you, this whole store, when I moved here in 2021, it was creepy then, and now it's just ultra creepy because they've closed everything down. This is the checkout station, which looks horrid. And here is the entrance out to the basically defunct mall. You can see every single store across the way is closed. Yet they keep saying, oh, it's getting better, it's getting better. I don't even want to walk out in the mall. It's just too creepy. Like I said, nobody wants to shop here. Young kids don't want to shop here. So this is their baby department. But like I said, who with a baby wants to come up here? I'd be afraid. It's desolate. There isn't a person up here. I think I've seen one salesperson. I'm not even sure if she was a salesperson or not. Kids' footwear is over here. They have these random checkout sections, which is really creepy. I'm telling you, this whole store. When I moved here in 2021, it was creepy then, and now it's just ultra creepy because they've closed everything down. This is the checkout station, which looks horrid. And here is the entrance out to the basically defunct mall. You can see every single store across the way is closed. Yet they keep saying, oh, it's getting better, it's getting better. I don't even want to walk out in the mall. It's just too creepy. Fortunately, there are just too many places to go and buy wreaths, and these are $25. You can buy lamps that are starting at $50, and they have a lot of this green floral. This is all stuff that you can get in these Michaels, and you can go to Walmart and buy some of this stuff. And people will go to IKEA, so maybe it doesn't look as nice, but they're more price conscious, so they're going to go and buy the cheaper one because it's only decorative. Here they have a bunch of storage containers. You can buy a lot of this again at TJ Maxx. Towel holders, wooden stacking bins. They must have pulled every bit of bedding out from their back storeroom to get rid of it, because they have tons of it, because it doesn't sell. No one ever is up here. I've been here from a couple of years back. I would come up every so often. There would be never anybody up here. So even though they sell good brands like Fieldcrest and Serta, people just don't think to come to JC Penney. Even though they'd rather go to TJ Maxx and buy these off brands sometimes. It's kind of weird, but here, they sell Martha Stewart. They used to have a really good curtain collection too. So like if you needed a curtain and you wanted to make sure you could get enough panels, Penney's was a good place to go for that. Because you could always get enough panels that would match. So here's Fieldcrest, and that's a good brand. But I think people aren't willing to pay some of these prices. So here they're saying that these shears are going to be $29.99. So it's 2 panels. I don't think people are going to pay that. They're going to go to TJ Maxx. They're going to go to Ross. They're going to go to Amazon. That's what's killing them. They're going to go to Amazon. But they do charge more on some of their stuff. It's just not worth it. When you know you can get it cheaper, they have to be competitive, and they're not being competitive at all. This is not bad, $39 for a comforter with a nice choice. You have a nice selection of comforters. So maybe you pay $10 less at Ross, but you don't have the selection. I finished up in JCPenney. There's nothing there that I want, that I need. They're only basically doing 20% off on most items. And that's about it right now. I'm sure as it gets closer to their final days, when the selection gets way lower, it will be like 50% off. But again, I'm not a big JCPenney shopper. I haven't been for a long time. So it doesn't matter to me. I just wanted to see what it was like. But there aren't as many people in there as you would think. And I'm just going to take a quick ride around the perimeter of the mall so I can show you that there's only a few outlier stores that would maybe draw people in, because the interior of the mall has very few stores, retailers remaining. So there's a Francesca's, and I think American Eagle, and a K Jewelers, and I think there's a Bath and Body Works in there, as well as one out in the strip malls, but nothing that, like, again, I would say an adult or a more mature person would want to go shopping for in this mall. You would end up mainly in Dillards for that reason. Kirkland's here still. They have an exterior mall entrance, so they don't have to worry about if the mall was to shut down. And we have, this is called the Furniture Mall of Kansas, which is a knockoff of Nebraska Furniture Mart, basically. And Nebraska Furniture Mart, which is located down in Kansas City, will deliver out this far. So if people don't want to shop here, they can still get the full experience of going to Nebraska Furniture Mart. And other than Dillard's, there's a Petland and a Sky Zone on the other side of the mall. There's really nothing here, like I said, that would draw me in. So I'm just gonna go on my way home now.